How is it going, everybody? Welcome to, it's just us on Robeytech today. It's weird. We've had a number of like these cross-stream stuff, which has been great, and I have really enjoyed them, but it's good to just be on and hanging out with you guys today, just us and our community. And if you're joining us, it looks like we actually have a number of first-timers who are joining us today, which is actually super awesome. So if you've come from Corsair or one of the other places, it's good to have you. Welcome to the show. For those who don't know, my name is Justin Robey. I am the host of Robeytech, and we try to three times a week build PCs here on the channel and show you guys new cases and show you guys new builds and give you guys the best experience you can. So if you're curious about building a PC or whatever it was, then this is a great place for you to get to come and learn. It's a great place to ask questions and just to enjoy other people who love the hobby that we live in. Lansworth, thank you very much for the 5 gifted subs, kicking it off already, man. I really appreciate it and all that sort of stuff. Don't forget, we have some things that are going to be changing in November. So this is my reminder for Blondie. We're going to be doing Zenu. Geez, dropping 10 gifted subs. Zeno, thank you very much as well. But this is my thing for Blondie. We need to... we have the PC giveaway we're going to be doing very similar to some of the other community creators you've kind of seen around this. So we're going to be checking that out. We're going to be judging during cable management time. We're going to be doing some judging for your setups and stuff like that. Just trying to create some zestiness. I don't know why I was going to say zeitgeist. Some zestiness here on the show just to make things a little bit more fun. And don't forget, Friday, we have Intel Mod Workshop coming up this Friday. We're going to be giving away a $950 PC. We're going to be doing a B580 build on that show, playing some, oh yeah, that's right, Alex is going to be hunting me on Dead by Daylight. So that's always nice and creepy. So that should be a super good time. And then we're back next week with 3 new builds, plus a keyboard and gaming episode as well. So lots to look forward to. November's going to be a really great month, and really excited about that as well. So yeah, that's what's kind of coming up. And today we're checking out this, which has actually been a very popular build. It released just earlier last month. This is the HAVN BF360. It is an airflow beast. We got the chance to actually see this at Computex this last year, and man, I'm telling you, there's a lot to be excited about with this case, specifically in terms of just how engineered it was, in terms of making it so performant. And the thing that's so crazy, it really kind of even comes down to things like when you look at the front here, how they spaced out the holes. So as you look at this, I'll take this off here, but if you look at this case, you can see these little spots here that look a little bit like the wall of the Death Star if you were to put lights through them. But all in all, these spacings are even ideal, even for airflow specifically. How porous the dust filter is, and then even when you look at the design of the fans themselves, these teeth and even how the fins are and where these are here are all about either negating noise for airflow or just making airflow awesome in general. And I love the little nod to jet engines with the little spin thing here. So, because I mean, these things, when they're spinning at max, they can be a whole big deal. And then of course you actually even see little things like this, the ability to move fans up, move fans down. There is a lot that this team thought of with HAVN, not just with the BF360, but even with their 420, which we have in the main gear case that we've done, to help make just an incredibly well-engineered case. And I also know that Steve just got finished with his review of this case. We've done our kind of testing and stuff on it as well. And just truthfully, this is an amazing case. And huge shout out to the team over at HAVN. I got to meet the guys who were engineers there, and you guys are even going to see some things that we're going to show during the build itself. I think I have to take this off. Oh yeah, that's right. There's 2 screws. But if you look back here in where the grommets are, you see those little lines. Those are to help with cable management. You can slide those up and down. There's just a lot of really neat things that the team did to try and make this build work very well. So excited to get to building this today. We are going to be doing an air-cooled case. We're also going to be showing off a brand new air cooler from Thermalright at the same time. It's so there's a lot of new, which should be fun. And if if things go well and the build goes quickly, we'll have to hopefully also get a chance to play some Outer Worlds 2, and we'll try and pop that in here as well. But yeah, there's a lot to basically be excited about here. This should be a fun build, and I'm excited about the build we're putting inside of it. So let's talk about what we are putting inside of the build today. Starting with the CPU, we're using the Intel Core Ultra 7 265K. The build for this total comes in at just at $2,300. We've done a number of AMD builds just recently, so I figured we'd do a 265K. Again, something we can completely air cool, which I think will absolutely be great. The thing that's very nice about the 265K is number one, the price, and number two is just how much you can do with this CPU, given the new architecture changes and stuff like that. I know a lot of people are really excited to see what Panther Lake is, just given the incredible changes they've done in terms of with their Intel 12A and what it means from an architecture standpoint. But this was also a really great chip, and it just didn't get a lot of love. And more specifically, just how much it cost for what you get is actually probably one of the best things about it. So this is going to be great. We're focused at 1440p, and that's where everything we're kind of designing around is at. For the motherboard, given we have a white build, we're doing one of those beautiful white PCB motherboards. This is the Asus TUF Z890 Pro Wi-Fi Mobo. The thing I like about this one is, if you're, for all the newer tech, you got Wi-Fi 7, you have PCI Gen 5, you've got Thunderbolt 4, you've got all of those things that you really, really like as you're getting a new platform, and gives you a lot of opportunities for things like eGPUs or storage options or anything as an editor or whatever it was. There's lots of options here, and then of course it uses AuraSync and Armory Crate. So the one thing that's been really good, and you've heard me mention this a number of times, is just things like how Armory Crate has gotten better and how Asus is just better in terms of refining some of that stuff. So should be a cool build. It looks nice. It'll look great inside of the HAVN, which is one of the reasons that I chose this motherboard specifically. For storage and RAM, we're bringing Kingston back. So we got some Kingston Fury is what happens when you and your like a Viking girlfriend are going to go out for a Fury good time. We got the Kingston Fury. This is 6400 mega transfer. This is their white Fury RAM. It's got nice RGB, all that sort of stuff, so it should look good inside of the case. And then of course also going along with that is a 2 terabyte Kingston Fury Gen 4 NVMe drive. This does have DRAM, which means that as you fill it up, your seeking and all that sort of stuff will be a little bit better, and it just makes it a little easier in terms of drive management. If I wanted to, the thing is you could add a second drive here, which is usually our recommendation, is having a separate OS drive and a game drive. But again, trying to keep the pricing a little bit less expensive. And then now with just the insanity that's going on with DDR5 prices right now, this is actually a solid option. By the way, somebody said, Double Sake says W camera pan.
Heyo.
Heyo.
Somebody's watching. That's
there
good.
we go.
Thanks, man.
There you go. And then we're showing, like I said, we're showing off a new air cooler today. This is the Peerless Assassin 120 digital in white. So this actually has a digital display, so we'll be able to see our temps and stuff like this. Thermal, they're one of those guys that just continues to do an incredible job just with their cooling, with just their inexpensiveness of it. So this is the Peerless Assassin digital. So we'll see how this essentially comes out. I think this thing was like $42, right? So it was like very inexpensive for what you get. I remember looking at the Deep Cool ones way back in the day, and those things were close to $90. So I don't know how they continue to just make so much with so little, but keep doing it, Thermalright, because you keep making me happy. For the GPU, it's been a while since we've thrown an FE in there, so I figured we'd go ahead and do a GeForce RTX 5080. The Zotac white Zotac has gotten a lot of love. We need to get another white. We need to get another white GPU. We actually have one coming in from Asus here pretty soon. So we're going to be doing this one right here. It should look absolutely cool inside of this. It's got that silver, black, and white kind of element to it. So I think from an aesthetic standpoint, it should look really good. And then lastly, just closing out the white aesthetic, we have the Corsair RM850E. You know why I like this. You know why I like these. They have great cables. The cable combs are nice. It should go very, very well with the way that they do the cable management system inside of the HAVN. So it should end up just making it a whole lot easier to do this build with a minimal, not saying zero, with a minimal amount of zip ties, which I think will be good. So yeah, that's it. And I think this one right now is $124.99. I've seen it for as little as $99.99. So it should be cool. So anyway, guys, we're doing an air-cooled build today. Which should go a little bit faster and give us a little bit more time. I'd love to see how Outer Worlds 2 runs on this thing, but again, we'll have to, that's not a promise. For sure we'll do Cyberpunk and do all of our airflow things and stuff like that. Yesterday, funny enough, we actually did some airflow testing in a new case from Cooler Master and set off the fire alarm. So that was a new thing for us. So we'll have to watch it when we do that this time. But yeah, here we go. We'll keep it real. You know what I'm saying? So that's what's going on. So any questions? What do you guys think of the build today? Does it look like a good pairing? Anything you would change? Yeah, we set off the smoke itself. We had so much because of how much this case kind of was able to churn air that it threw all the smoke up and actually set off the fire alarm, which is pretty fun.
It's got 12 fans?
It did. It had like 12. Yeah, it's 12 fans. Yeah. So, Araxis, that's 100% your call in terms of if you wanted to go 1,000 watts. That really comes down to where people want to spend the money. I think 1,000 watts is an extra 25 to 50 bucks. And then again, you can do that, but 1,000 watts for a 5080 doesn't need anywhere near that. And the thing is it doesn't get you the upgradability for a 5090. So again, you need 12 to 1,400 watts. So I don't know if the 5080 definitely doesn't need the headroom as. Oh, did it come back? Oh, that was weird. It just Bluetoothed all of a sudden. It didn't go out. The device decided it's now going to connect. So you should be good now. Yeah, that was weird. It was actually the RS6 connecting to the Atomos, which usually doesn't take that long. But this time it just, it's decided it was going to take its time. So yeah, we're back. It wasn't Windows. No, it wasn't on Wi-Fi. We have a new standard now where we ensure that doesn't happen again. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this built and go from there. Okay, here we go. Thanks for building with our HAVN. Hey, you're welcome, dude. Zimp, I mean, honestly, excited to just get to do it live, right? Like, love the case. And we did the short, and so this thing, I'm excited to show temps and airflow and all that sort of stuff, which I think is going to be great. So, I'm not on Linux. No, I want to actually know how to do it. I need a dentist appointment to check my Bluetooth. I'll show myself out now. Nice. I like it, Kevin. We've had a good effect on you. Oh, it's all good, man. No, for sure, dude. It's like we like I said, I meant to have him tell you before, right? But you guys have a lot to watch. You guys have a lot to look after, so. I know that it's hard to keep on top of everything, and I was excited, like, we want to do that. I also want to do your 420, and then I'm very excited because we have on its way the Doom. We actually get to have the Doom GPU, guys, and we get to do it. So we're going to be doing a Doom build, surprise, surprise, with the team over, and we're going to be doing it inside of the HAVN Doom build. So that should be really, really cool. Very, very excited about that, and that's going to be good. What number did we choose for RAM clicks? Please don't say 97. 93? 93, okay, that feels reasonable. You know what I mean? We'll have to see. 93, okay. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'm really excited about it, and that should be fun. And I'd actually like to take it a little bit further because we have the Doom chair. I think Elgato is hooking us up with the other Doom components. So I'd like to do like a series of Doom streams and finish Doom on the Doom build while playing Doom. And see if we can beat Doom. I think that would be a good like whole thing, right? Like a whole Doom series based on this. So yeah. It does not come with the BFG 9000 because that would be illegal. And I mean, you can barely trust me. You can barely trust me with drawing on thermal paste. You don't want to give me like a BFG 9000, dude. That just doesn't seem thing. Oh, so I don't know if you know, okay, everybody needs to pay attention. Tomorrow morning at 6 a.m., our video launches from TwitchCon, and we actually played a 2005 Doom 3 and compared it against modern day Doom, The Dark Ages. That was a really, really fun video that comes out tomorrow morning. So in some ways, Zimp, we already kind of did something like that, which I think would be cool. Oh, you want to borrow it? That would be, I don't know if anybody wants to let me borrow a BFG 9000 either. Again, I think people would get hurt. Brian barely lets me use my mic, okay?
Yeah. Haven't you seen him throw all the stuff at me?
Yeah, I do. I do. I like even with the little stuff that I have, I throw it at him, right? So I don't want to give him access to. He doesn't want to give me access to things that can actually hurt people. So, okay, let's drop this in here. Okay, let's set it in nicely. Maybe that's not the right term. Set it in nicely. We're just, again, you can see I'm lining up the arrows here to make sure it all lines up nicely. Let's zoom in a little bit more so you guys can see the maximum coverage there. And we're just gonna pop this down. That pops off just like that, and then boom, there we go. It is now seated. Seated in the place of power, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Which I think is a good thing, right? We wanna have our CPU in and doing its business, right? Oh, not BF, no, this is the BF360 Air, yeah. We'll have to, I mean, we can see about doing some of the other cases for sure. We have a great relationship. In fact, he's chilling in the stream right now. If you guys want to see, we have a great relationship with the team there, so they're always down to have us have stuff so we can build PCs. Yes, Sabashito, we have a tendency to try and switch between doing AMD and Intel, so we try to do half and half pretty regularly. So not just because, honestly, because both the chips are really good. Yeah. Thanks, Slot Shot. I appreciate it. And we got the GOAT camera panner. Not just the GOAT PC builder. We got the GOAT camera panner. This case is more suited for air cooling. Which okay, that's not actually true. This case can do an incredible job at AIO cooling as well. Because, dude, these fans feed AIOs ridiculous amounts of air, which I think is awesome. So, yeah. So I think either way, you're going to be good. Oh, don't worry, Distoby. We are on it. The Doom build is coming, and they have a Doom themed build. So don't worry, man. It's coming. Yeah. So you don't worry. Okay, here we go. This is where we find out that Blondie made poor choices, okay? Zooming out. She said 93, though. That feels pretty reasonable. We'll have to see. We'll have to see, you know? Okay, here we go, guys. 93. Let's see if Blondie accomplishes it today. This is not on me. Not on me. I feel like it's going to be like 98. Well, there's 95.7. First one. We actually accomplished it on the first one. That's like, this is, I don't, guys, I don't actually know if Blondie is going to be able to handle winning. You know what I mean? I mean, this is just something she hasn't done before, right? So I feel like having this moment is going to be a big deal to her, guys. So let's give her the win. Way to go, Blondie. This is what a win feels like, you know? Yeah. Okay, here we go. Next one. We have to get 95. 96.3. I think my lunch is ready. I gotta go. Okay, those are both sealed and good to go. We're there. Blondie win confirmed. Oh, dude, don't worry, man. Honestly, building PCs is much easier than it used to be. So I'm glad that it inspires you. That's why we do it. We want you to enjoy it. Have fun with it. You know, find your own Blondie so you can make fun of her while you're building too. That also helps me, you know. Blondie has a build. She has a beautiful build. It's been a while since we've done a build. And actually, I know I was talking to King from iBuyPower today and Height, and so we do have Jasmine's case coming finally. So we're going to be doing Jasmine's going to be here on the show doing a build here in the not so distant future. So yeah, you should have fun. I think you're going to be fine. I think building PCs is easier than you think. Okay, so let's pop this up.
I'm surprised King is still willing to work with us after almost deflating his tires.
Oh, I know.
In San Diego.
When we were in San Diego at TwitchCon, we said that they had the iBuy powered truck, and we were like, we almost just wanted to deflate your tires just for fun. But then I just think King's one of those guys who will retaliate, not in a good way. So we changed our mind.
Yeah, he's definitely going to escalate that.
Yeah, in not a good way. You know what I mean? Like.
But to be fair, that's fair.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh, so Blondie is looking to do an all-white build. Okay. That'll be good. Oh, wow, I am uplifted by his ability to hit 93. I like how she uses subtle language to put the onus on me in the best way. You know what I mean? She's like, I'm glad that I was here when you didn't make me fail, right? Okay, so here we go, guys. We're going to drop this in here now. Pop this into the slot right here. Pretty straightforward. It's got a nice little clip. Very easy there. Then we're going to take this, pop it in like that, and then just seal that in. Oh, nice solid click, so you definitely know what's in. And again, you still have lots of other NVMe slots that you can do. But I mean, with 2 terabytes, we should be in good shape. And of course, I think this is going to look super good inside of the case. So now, ladies and germs, we're going to put in our air cooler. Let's go to the top down real quick. I've got an interesting air cooler. Let's go to top down real quick. Let's see. I think this is all we need to air cool the build. I think there we go, guys. How much heat do you think a banana will dissipate? I think that'll do a pretty good job, right? Banana cooling? I feel like this is the future. The future is banana cooling. I feel like, you know what I mean? If you just get the right banana and then you could, like, when you're done, you just get bananas Fosters. You get, like, all sorts of different stuff, yeah. What raid levels will this Mobo handle? With a hint of Hello Kitty. Oh. We can do, like, and then we got, like, here we go. We'll do, like, I got another banana. So you can do, like, banana split cooling. You know what I mean? So, like, you can do, like, 2 bananas. I feel like, there you go. And, like, I got the IHSs, like, 100% covered now with this. That's like, I think that's going to do a really good job. I have 2 banana cooling. It's SLI banana cooling. I can see your brain working. I don't know if it's going well. There's smoke.
Maybe I was the one who set off the fire alarm.
Duo banana cooling? Yeah, maybe you were. Maybe you were the one who set off the fire alarm. Hey, let's go ahead and put the real air cooler in here now. Enough of this banana cooling nonsense. What happened if you had plastic standoffs for the motherboard? In what way? I guess I don't know what to do with that. Teddy Bear approves, but he loves bananas. Dude, who doesn't love bananas? Oh, there are people who don't like bananas. Like, I know that I feel like bananas are, like, kind of one of those, like, some people love them, and then there's people who don't like them.
There's also different levels of banana lovers. The ones who like them green, and then the ones who like them the good way.
Oh.
Like yellow with maybe a couple of spots. So
there he is. Sabashito says, I do not like bananas. But then somebody says potassium for the CPU, which I think is a good thing, right? Like, you're making the CPU better. Man, GT Beakerman, I cannot stand them. Interesting. Yeah, metal stand. Yeah, you don't want to do plastic standoffs because, again, just temperatures and stuff like that. And truth be told, that's why they actually have shielding around those spots in the motherboard for that reason, right? So yeah. I feel like a lot of motherboards are moving away from the chipset, but maybe my honestly have not done my research. What do you mean by moving away from the chipset? The chipset's what runs the motherboard, so. Okay. RAM prices have been annoying. It makes it hard to do budget builds when your RAM is like $50 gajillion, right? But blame AI. I know everybody else does. Okay, there we go. Well, I don't know the song The Monkey and the Lion King. Do I need to learn that song? Do you know that song? The monkey, yeah, he's saying it out loud too.
The only one I think I know is I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Diddly-dee.
Yeah. I got a lovely bunch of coconuts. Diddly-dee. All of them standing in a row. Okay, guys, you're seeing it right now. I am peeling the plastic off of the bottom. There it is. See, the warning label is gone. I have not, it's not in here. I know people like to ask that question. Did you do? Because one time I made the mistake.
You light one PC on fire.
You do it one time, and all of a sudden everybody's a critic. Yes, you are liking me on YouTube if you want to unlock the giveaway, of course. So please make sure that you are heading over to youtube.com/Robeytech and doing the, wow, that's so cool. And hitting that thumbs up button. I got some plastic in here. I feel like it's weird. It's like these fins are so thin. Okay, so we're good there. Now we just need to put our box on. Get everything ready. The sticker makes the seal to the CPU better. That is not true. I wish it was true. African, I think it was a 3-pound coconut. If it was a European, I think it's a 2-pound coconut because the African ones are just a little bit bigger. And yes, I do know that that is a Holy Grail question. Okay, LGA 15. This looks like it. So we're just going to move this out to the edge here. Make sure this is all set. Okay. And boom, boom, boom. We're just setting this in the holes, which I think is going to be great. There it is. Look at that. It's in the holes. Now, next up, what we do is we grab the blue. We grab the blue gummies, as I like to call them.
Lance, you look like a nice strong pup. Why don't you go ahead and give him a tug on that?
Okay, I only eat bananas in the winter when I'm skiing. I didn't know there was a perfect banana type. Dude, hey, I got an extra one. Thermalright sent me 5. Maybe we'll give one of these away to one lucky winner. You can win a standoff. One Intel blue standoff. You get it. Who's excited? Okay, we're gonna get this in. Yeah, it's banana season. No, it's wabbit season. Banana season. Okay, so these go across the top now. I was a little worried they didn't get it. It's blue! Yeah, the board's not on fire. No, that'd be bad, Sergeant Nobody. We don't want the board on fire. Yeah, it's without the banana. Unfortunately, the banana doesn't work with this standoff. Okay, so that's all this stuff going back in here. How you doing? Okay, so now what we're gonna do is, I need to verify real quick, because I always wanna make sure I do this right, which direction this goes. I know it goes across the top. Goes across the top. And it goes, okay, so they go in. Okay, that was what I was looking for. So these go like this. In case, I know you're worried, Brian, about how it goes, but I solved it, okay? Calm down. It's all fine. This music is very dramatic. It's like as I'm putting the thing it's like sounds like I'm doing something really dramatic right now. There we go. Okay, so now we're just gonna seal this down here. I was like, dude, I will say, this is always the problem, is like getting this so it's straight. Because you don't want it to be crooked, because it'll be crooked all up. And it will turn. Does that look straight? I don't... Hold on, yeah. This is always the part that always like... It's like it just wants to move. That looks better, okay. Nope. Come on. That is not straight, dude. You see what I mean? Like if you look at it, see how it's crooked? It doesn't... And it's like, how do I get it to stay straight so I can tighten it down? That looks... Nope. You just can't over tighten on that side. Okay, let's do the dad joke. It doesn't look straight, right? It looks crooked. Move it to the top. Maybe you have to do them a certain way. I feel like it's not straight. You can keep your extra blue Intel standoff. Wow, thanks, Turdog. DJ Techno asking for the dad joke. We'll get to it. Maybe you do a show of dust cleaning the back of my monitor. Ooh, that's really a lot. So it doesn't quite, like it's weird. It needs to line up, but it's like I know how it's supposed to work. Come on. No, sorry. Don't focus on my hand. Focus on my brain. Yeah, see, that one looks like it's going to end up more straight. Maybe it has to be in a certain, maybe they are top and bottom. That actually seems like it's a little bit better, but that doesn't make any sense. There we go. See, that one looks straight. Yeah, that looks much better. That one looks straight. Okay, let's look at the dad joke. Dad joke time! Dad joke. Okay, here's the question. I'm reading a horror story in Braille. Something bad is gonna happen. I can feel it. In a Cockney accent. I don't know if I could do, I think I would just offend people. People are like, that is not a Cockney accent. That's just a really bad Robey accent. And I think it was pretty good. What's up, Cyber Aurelius? How are you, man? It's good to see you. Okay, here we go. Oopsie. Okay, let's hope this one goes better. See, that one feels like, I feel like maybe it is, like you have to do it in, like there is a top and a down. Maybe not, but it feels that way. As I tighten it though, it's starting to twist here. And then that moves it, yeah. Yeah, it's just not, it's the top one's great, but the bottom one is not. And it's weird because it's just like, it just isn't. And I know I have this every time, but it feels like the holes are like something. Because if it's not straight, like the whole cooler will be crooked. I'm gonna take this, where's the other blue one I put in here? I'm switching blue ones. Maybe it's just a different hole. Not that it would matter, but. Maybe there's a little wider, I don't know. Oh, okay. Okay, let's try this again. This feels like it's a little bit off, but I don't know why. That one feels better. And it pulls it a little bit on that one. Yeah, this one doesn't though. It just doesn't, dude, it just, like, you see what I mean? It just doesn't, it's not straight. And it's like I can't, I'm like trying to get it to be straight. Maybe if I do, that feels, it just doesn't seem straight. It's weird. Oh, that looks better. Okay. Let's throw some cooler, let's throw some stuff on it. That just, it shouldn't take that long, but it just doesn't feel, it feels like it takes a lot to get it to be straight. Okay. Yeah. I have 6 months. What is the first thing I have to buy? All in all, I think what you want to do is you want to just look at things for deals. And the things that you want the best deals on is usually CPUs and GPUs. So I think that's the, like, a lot of the stuff is not going to switch a whole lot in terms of price. So if you want to get the stuff that's going to kind of settle price-wise, things like your PSU, your storage, I would say hold off on RAM and hopefully that price comes down, right? But yeah, you want to just kind of start shopping for CPUs and GPUs. 6 months, I don't think you're going to see a whole lot of changes. Until CES, you'll see the announcements for a lot of new stuff, but that stuff usually takes a little bit longer to launch. Now, the one thing is that a lot of people think, oh, once they announce the new stuff, the old stuff will get less expensive, but that's actually usually not the case, because usually the old stuff stops getting made, so the prices actually are best right before they announce stuff. Usually has a tendency to be the best time. So I'd say between now, obviously Black Friday, right? Like searching for CPU and GPU deals on Black Friday, I think is going to be your best bet. So that would be my thing. Pulls up on something, I don't know on what. Is Blondie always right about what? I feel like Blondie is like having an identity crisis that she needs other people to tell her whether she's right. I don't know. That's funny right there, though. Wow, pool is rigged. Oh, some other people throwing some shade. I see how it is. Okay, so we got this on now. Let's go ahead and pop this down. Okay, there we go. Get that on. There we go. Where's that one? This one. Okay, got him in finally. Okay, that's tight. And there we go, that's tight, perfect. Now there's no RGB on this thing, so it's very actually HAVN-y in terms of how the build is gonna look. So we have our two fans here. There we go. Okay, I was like, let go of the... So we'll do this here. Like so. And the other one. These are big, thick fans, dude. Like big, thick fans. Like thicker than I kind of anticipated here. all good though. So that's gonna go into this, like so. Okay, cool. There's that one. Ooh. Boom, solid, in, good, perfect. Next up, other big fan. Okay, like this. Making sure it's the same. They feel like they made these a little bit easier to get on, which is nice. Big honking fans here for this. Oh, it looks like we're gonna be, ooh. Looks like we're gonna be going up, but we cannot go up on the thing. Taller ram there, which is fine. We're still getting we're still getting all the fan covered. And then this is gonna go like that. And that makes it nice and even, which is cool. Okay, perfect. Didn't really need to use RGB RAM. That's kind of true. Okay, so now pull this through. This is going to go on CPU fan right here, which is great. And we have a little bit of a hole right here. Tuck all that stuff in. And there we go. And then this is going to go down. I think the right thing to do is actually, hold on, take this out. I feel like the crow's agreeing with me. Okay, so trap that in there. Unwind this now. This is our USB cable. Have it kind of go behind the VRM here and up and through. There we go. Okay, so that's all wound through and hidden, so it'll be nice and clean. And there we go, guys. Cable managed and ready. Okay, there it is. How are we doing likes on giveaway? How are we doing likes on YouTube, guys? Doing pretty good. And there's that. Put that in there. 75. Keep going, guys. Remember, 150 is where we're aiming for. Okay, there it is. There it is. Now we are ready to put it inside of the build. And the crazy thing is this includes the AIO when you think about it, so it's already like mostly done. That looks good, right? Like a nice bulky motherboard combination. Okay, let's pop this on. Oh, it's not the lightest. Okay, perfect. Okay, so now let's strip it down. First thing we got to do is two in the back here. We have links to, oh, you know what I should do? You know what I just realized? I didn't do this yet. Hold on one sec. So we'll go through the parts we're showing in today's build. Let me pull it off of here because I realized I don't have it downloaded. There it is. And then today's build is here we go. Browse. There it is. Okay, there we go. And here is today's build right here. So this is what we're using in today's build. We have the Intel Core Ultra 7 265K we have the Asus TUF Gaming Z890 Pro Wi-Fi motherboard, the NVIDIA RTX 5080 Fe, the Kingston Fury 2TB Gen 4 NVMe drive. This one has DRAM. The Renegade 6400 Mega Transfer CL32, 32 gigs of DDR5. It's the HAVN BF360 in white, the Thermalright Peerless Assassin 120 digital, and then the Corsair RM850E. So those are all the parts we're putting in today's build. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna start stripping the case. So back here in the back, we got a couple screws. There they are right there. There's our screw. Then we got another screw. I like the way I said that. Screw. Wait. There we go. And then what you're gonna do is you're just gonna pull this nice little thing off right there. Really nice, very quality. I mean, I have to say, dude, the weight, just the stuff they use on these cases is really, really nice. Okay, so then next up, it's gonna, oh, there's a screw right here for this, just to make sure this doesn't pop out. There we go, pop this out. Nice tempered glass. Wonder why they didn't call it calm glass. You know, tempered glass just sounds really angry. It's got a mad temper. Okay, then we have another screw right here.
I can't get over how big those fans are.
They are, they're so big. It's like Sputnik. Okay, and so that one we just took out a screw, and then we're just gonna pop this off, and then off comes the back. And just to make it a little bit lighter, we'll go to the front here, and then just to get another view of those amazing fans. There we go, pop that out. Okay, so there is our case, stripped and ready. Everything's good there. You can see, these are what I was talking about. See, you can just move these, right? And then they clip, right? Like, so if you wanna like pinch your cables in between these, and these do come out as well. And then this is your sag bracket, and then lots and lots of tie down spaces here for all your stuff. And you even have back here, you do have a fan hub as well. So lots of places to kind of put everything you kind of want. And then there's your parts for your build right there. So what we're gonna do is gonna move this out of the way for now, and then we're gonna lay it down and make sure we have it nicely framed so we can put it inside of the case. Okay. Ugh. There it is. So it's pretty good. There we go. And then I'm actually gonna go down a little bit here. Give myself a little bit of room there. Okay, there we go. Now, what we can do, take our build. It's very nicely. Oops, not hit the sag bracket. Look at that, guys. That looks so good. I like it. Boom, just like that. That looks good in there. Ooh, that looks really good. That looks really good. I'm very happy with how that looks. What to do with sourdough discard? What is sourdough discard? Is that like a sourdough bread that isn't good?
I think it's the stuff you have left over when you're making sourdough bread.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
You guys, don't forget about the pumpkin carving contest. We have some pretty insane ones in there, and rumor is Brian's going to be entering. I don't
know if I have time. The way that I do it, it takes like 3 hours, and I just don't know if I have that kind of time.
I think he saw some of the other entries, and now he's wussed out. Okay, so we're going to pop this in there.
They are pretty amazing.
They are. There's some good ones in there. Okay, I think we're going to have to use Excalibur for this, just to give it a little, because it's the air cooler always makes it a little bit interesting here. There we go. Another one right here. Oopsie. I can't tell if there's there it is, okay. I like it. Again, one thing I always tell you is that you can always tell when something's really nicely machined, and the screws on this case, like they just go in so beautifully. So, which just means very, very well machined parts. Just makes the building process really, really nice. There we go. I have never, like, so the sourdough, it's like if you have a bread maker, you still need a good starter, because the starter is what makes the taste, right? It is looking really good, I agree. It ended up looking really good in this case, I agree. Yeah. You've never used a bread maker? So I wanted a bread maker for Christmas. My wife got it for me. And then she did a purge and threw it away literally 5 weeks later. And I think she thought it was the regular fryer before air fryers were kind of a big thing. And I was like, you threw away my brand new bread maker. I like bread makers, man. But I think, I know some people like artesian bread folks are like, they're sacrilege. By the way, I did have my first hot dogs on the hot dog cooker, and it was great. I was so excited.
Do they just warm them up, or do they actually like brown them?
Oh no, it browns them.
Okay.
No, it genuinely, and they are better. Like they're more evenly than like your microwaving or something. Like it is, like everybody said. Like even my son was like, "Wow, these actually did a good job cooking the hot dogs."
I think we're gonna have to have like an in-stream. Like how long does it take?
Not long, like 10 minutes, right? Okay. So yeah, you can do an in-stream, have a hot dog. But I want to try like the bigger, like get like the same ones they get at like baseball games and see if those work. Because I haven't done like super high quality hot dogs yet. These were like just the, like whatever the bun length ones that they had at the grocery store. But I need to find like the ones that you get at like movie theaters, what brand those are. Because I want to cook some of those big beef hot dogs, you know?
I didn't even know they sold hot dogs at movie theaters. I've never.
Oh, dude, they're so no. Usually, times they're really good.
Really?
Believe it or not, yeah, some of the really good hot dogs at movie theaters, baseball games, football games, stuff like that, and like they have a tendency to be the same kind of hot dog, not like what you get at like a gas station, dude. Those are just atrocious. But yeah.
That sentence sounded like, "Hey, I got the most amazing hamburger from the sewer the other day."
Wow. Yeah, I should try brats as well. It also said something else that it did say, and somebody had said this on the show, is hold on, I got something from I got to check something. Where's Slack? Why is it not popping up here? Okay. Okay, awesome. Thank you for that. I will make sure that we do that for sure. It's just making sure the GPU bracket is correct. Okay, cool. Well, that's cool. That's a nice GPU bracket, actually. So one of the things is just that, yeah, I've had some bad hot dogs. I really like hot dogs, but the ones at like at AMC, their hot dogs are actually very good. And I've actually gotten a number of other people to start getting them. So much so, if you use code Robeytech at checkout, you get 10% off. Yeah. Costco makes good hot dogs too. Cisco has the big dogs. I'm pretty sure they have to. Like I know there's got to be some place where you can get them. I just got to get them and see that's my dream. That's my dream. Those big hot dogs on the hot dog, right? I want swap monos with you, Tony. What does that mean?
What?
He says yes, hidden, and then he says I want to swap monos with you. And then he said Robey. Oh, I want to swap monos with you. What is monos?
Mobos, maybe.
Oh. So I know Nathan makes some on all those other ones too. Yeah.
TechWorks, are you having a stroke?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, dude. Yeah. All right, there we go. So, okay, so we got all this stuff in. Now's the time to start connecting all the connectors. Ugh. Here we go. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this, pop this through the back here, this is the USB cable. And I love the rubber grommets on this thing. It just makes it so easy, and they just kind of just sit there. So that's nice. Okay, so there's those. Okay, so let's see here for our connections, dude. Wow, they're here. Now the case, even though it's white, it looks like all the connections are black. So just something to be aware of on this particular case. So we'll pop all these out here so you guys can see. There is a SATA cable. Okay, so here we go, Brian. Here's what we got. So we've got USB 3, right? So we got USB. Okay, hold on. You got to hold still for Brian. We got USB 3, okay. Next up, we got a USB-C black. It's the ribbon cable USB-C, which is nice. We've got our unified front panel, relatively short cable here. It doesn't have to go a big distance, but just something to be aware of, shorter cable. You have fan header. This is for your, it looks like for your fan hub. And then you have HD audio, but unfortunately it has the ketchup and mustard cable. So this is the one thing is like if PGG, if you're still watching, I would say if we could get these all black, this is something that we've seen a lot more recently, either all black, all white, but no color with the HD audio. I think would be the only other thing I would change. Rest of that, that's kind of all our cables. And then of course we got a very, very short SATA cable as well. So let's start routing these here. Yes, I need to make sure that this, okay. I need to make sure our music doesn't do this either. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do, let's grab our USB 3. Okay, so grab our USB 3 here. And then let's see where it's gonna route to. Right here, okay, so what we'll do is we'll grab this and have it come through here. Then we're gonna have it go straight like that. It's gotta be careful not to bend anything. Push those down, okay, cool. And then we're gonna grab our USB-C, which is gonna go right above it. That's gonna pop right in here. Oh, we'll do it in the same one actually. And actually, hold on, let me do this. I'm gonna do something a little bit different, hold on. Pull that through. Yeah, okay, this will work, okay. That worked the way I wanted it to. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that's going to go there again. USB-C is next. There we go.
It does make sense if you had the other one above.
Well, I have this one up here. Yeah, I think I'm going to end up...
You can pinch
the other one. Yeah, I'm going to actually end up adding one, I think.
Oh.
So I actually think will be the better thing. So we'll pinch this one. So we'll pinch this one, right? Pinch those two together. And then we'll have another one that'll pinch the, we'll pinch the other one for the, so we'll add one here for the PSU. I'm gonna grab that real quick, and that'll take care of all of those.
Joshua Wood in the house. Good to see you, brother.
Hey, what's up, Joshua Wood? How are you, man? Okay. I'm gonna pop this open and I'm gonna grab one more of these. And this is the little clip thing that allows us to move those up and down. I think they're the same size. Yeah. So using some of these. That one looks like not as long. That must be a blower one. Yeah, that's for one of these. There's a couple down here for pinching those. You want to, which is nice. So you can add one here for the HD audio cable. What?
Braxel's money's in the mail.
Oh, he still needs it?
Yeah.
Still asking for it? Dude, I think I won't
It's
forget.
Joshua's birthday, and Braxel's asking me for money.
That's messed up. There we go. So we have that. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna add a couple of those in, so that'll help us pinch. So we'll be able to pinch a couple cables down here, which is nice. What if I have one more long? I don't know if we have any more nice long ones though. These all look like they're the shorter ones. They've actually got little numbers on them to tell you where they go. So it's like 1, 3, and then the 2 ones. So it feels like I don't have another one, but I could, like, maybe like maybe we take this one and move it up before, what you're saying? So that way we can pinch the main cable here. Move this one up here. There we go. Just like that. And then we got the pinch for that. Okay. Kind of does it, right? Whoop, see. Okay, so just again, I get a little bit more control, and then there's pressure against that, and then this is to pinch the PSU one through when we get that through. Okay, cool. Next up, we got our HD audio, which you're going to see me pop in down here. Show that off. This is the one with the ketchup and mustard. There we go. Keeps it nice and straight. And then we have our front panel connection. That one's going to come right over here. Once I figure out, there it is. Oh, nope, that's a fan header, not the front panel. Here's the front panel. That one's going to get pushed right over here. There we go. Push that all the way over. I think it's going to trap that in, which is nice. And then we have our this is for our fan hub. Go right here. There it goes. Kind of push that in. There we go. And then the last one we have is our USB for our Thermalright, and that's going to go right here. Oh, flip it over. Hey, NVIDIA rating again. Thank you very much, NVIDIA. Wow, thank you very much. What's up, dude? I was talking about people are going to want to tune in tomorrow, 6 a.m. for the best video ever coming out tomorrow from TwitchCon. So you're going to want to tune that. And then, yeah, you guys are a little bit earlier than you were last time, so you get to see more of the build today. There we go. I think that looks better. I think I want to do the second one instead of the first one. Ends up looking a little bit nicer. There you go. So guys, welcome, joining everybody from NVIDIA. We're doing the HAVN BF360. That's the build we're doing today, right now. New case. We are using the 5080 FE, which is awesome, from NVIDIA. So that's the, okay, I'm trying to find my hole there. Okay, there it is. That's the GPU we're using. So welcome everybody. Thanks for joining. Yeah, the case looks good. So there's a lot of fun to just do as you work on the case. So now all of our front panels are connected. So again, we got our USB for the Thermalright, HD audio, fan, and also our front panel. But welcome everybody from NVIDIA. Welcome. Just as a reminder, we are doing a HAVN BF360. This is a $2,300 CU7 265K RTX 5080 build. We are going to hopefully, if everything goes well, which I think it will, we are hopefully going to get to check out Outer Worlds 2 is the plan, as well as we'll be testing this obviously with Cyberpunk, which is the one that we usually test this with. What we have done so far is just, you take a look at it, we got our air cooler in. We're checking out a brand new air cooler. This is the Thermalright Phantom Spirit SE120 Digital. So it actually does have a display on it. So we're going to be using that in here. We're building inside of the HAVN BF360. So we've got that, our NVMe and our CPU installed. And now we are just kind of working through our the rest of our setup to get it all finished out. So it's working really, really well. So welcome everybody. Yeah, and honestly, you know, Baz the Falcon, the thing that I also actually really, really enjoy about this case is just how good that tough looks inside of it. So there is some black and white to this, which is kind of some of the things we're working around, which is why I decided to do the FE for this build. So it kind of thematically to make it look really clean when we're all done. So it should be good. I did see Kevin's message and just about securing the GPU sag bracket, which I think we'll do. It seems pretty intuitive, but I'll double check when we get there. So now we're going to work on, guys, real quick, is the cable management. Which, I mean, the one thing that they've done here is they've given you lots of tie downs here for doing the cable management, which is actually really cool. So we'll see what we can do in terms of not having to use as many zip ties. But the one thing that HAVN did do is give us a bunch of zip ties, which I think is actually kind of cool. So get that up. So we're going to bring that down like so. And I want to probably have it go out to the outside just because I'm trying not to have this pop out as much. And they did not. I want to try and not have that. So maybe that is what I want to do on the other side. Unfortunately, you can't. I don't know if there's a whole lot I can do. Okay, there we go. If I do that, maybe that'll work it. Try not to have that bend as much. There's not a whole lot I can do against that. Okay, so there we go. Get that done. Okay, there we go. And have this one go in like that, and then that'll clean these up. Now we do have this kind of section down here. So I can have this go up if I wanted to, but I feel like the right thing to do here is just to zip tie these things in. I can have this go up though, if we needed to. I guess, yeah, let's do this and this. They are easy to get access to, which is actually kind of cool. Like just being able to get things in and out of the Velcro is really nice. They have like a, I don't know, it's just easy to use, which isn't always the case with Velcro, but this one seems pretty straightforward in that regard. And then we'll route this up and through here. There we go. I think looks nice. Bungee them. I mean, we're working on it. I'm working on bungeeing them down. There we go. And then what I'll probably do is when we get to these, the secret here with some of these ones is just to do things like zip tie underneath the Velcro. So it doesn't look like there's a zip tie there, but there actually is. It's a hidden zip tie. We are all about hidden zip ties in this case. How do we make it look like there's no zip ties when there are? So there's that one. Pull its taunter. Okay, so we'll do a zip tie there. And we'll do another one right here. We're getting there. What's up, Pop? Pop 14, hi to you too. How are you? Hope you're enjoying the show. We're working through it right now. And guys, you're gonna want to tune in starting next week. We'll have a monthly PC giveaway. So we'll have more about how you earn points and stuff for the PC giveaways. And make sure you tune in on Friday because we are giving away a PC as part of Intel Live Mod Workshop. That's gonna be Friday at 1 p.m. We're doing a $1,000 or $950 B580 build. So that's gonna be happening on Friday if you want to tune in for that too. So that should be fun as well. Okay, there we go. And then we'll do this one up and over. I'm just working on cable management right now. This is like you're watching my brain kind of work through this. Some people are like, I don't like watching your brain do anything, sir. So this one we can zip tie down. We want to keep it straight. There we go. Okay, and then we'll do a zip tie here. underneath this one. Oh, we gotta go the right way. It's, sorry, noon. It's noon on Friday. My bad. Noon on Friday, not 1 p.m. Okay. So that'll take care of those. So now what we're gonna do is just quickly hide this stuff. Nice quality zip ties, by the way, from HAVN. Thank you, guys. Okay, so we'll put these down. Look, no zip ties. Even though there are zip ties. It's magic, guys. I can do magic. It's a zip tie lie. Do one more underneath this just to get this under control. I wonder if I can I get a little bit more length on this? Yeah, I can. So this gets zip tied in there as well. There we go. Okay. Go. There you go. Okay, there's that. Seals that in. Okay, and then we'll hide that one. Okay, takes care of those, and now is get these ones in sealed, and then we'll have all of our cable management done for the build, at least this part, which is a lot. This is the majority of it because the AIO is technically a air cooler. So
Kurosaki has kind of a interesting question.
what's that?
Is spray painting the black cables white safe to do?
It's safe. It just doesn't look very good. I would say like spray paint, like it's just the spray paint doesn't really, it just doesn't have the look that you're kind of looking for. Like ideally, you can totally do it. I don't think it'd be unsafe, nor would it damage the cables. I just don't think it would come out looking the way that you think it would, personally. But you could do it. I don't think there'd be a problem with doing it. I just think it would crack and not stick the way that you would kind of hope it would, and so it would end up looking messier than you kind of hoped. So I'm going to even these out a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then all we have is our SATA, and that takes care of these. There we go. Okay, there's all of our, over there, perfect. Okay, all the cases look nice, that's gonna look good, and then we're all kind of in a good spot here. I'm gonna switch this for a zip tie, because I don't like having those in my builds. A little tie down here for the hub. There we go. Okay. Okay, so there we go. Cable management done. Again, did have to use some zip ties, but that was just, I don't think you would have had to use them if you didn't want to. I just like the cleanliness of it. So you just want to make sure it's good. Okay. So we'll get the zip, so that's all in. So now what we're doing now is we're going to work on getting our GPU in, because the rest of it's actually done. Put these away and go from there. It's going so well, guys. What can go wrong? Yeah, I think if you really wanted to make them white, you know, like there's that, like, when you remember we did the E-Blaster build, you get like that white paracord or something like that, the stuff that you can wrap around it, that might be the better solution versus doing like spray paint or something like that. And then you could wrap all this with like that white paracord, so then you'd only have white cables. Okay, guys, look at that. How's it look here? Looks good. Okay, so this, I need a lot, once we get this in, we gotta get this in, and then we'll use this to hold our GPU in. All of those look really clean and straight, which is nice. It kind of held, which is cool. So yeah, I just wish I could make this so this was like more straight, you know? And I think the only way to do that is if you did something like locking it. But I don't think, I'd need one more of these to put it like right here or something like that. So it's unfortunate. I'm trying to get it to not bend. It's a little bit better. Okay, so there's that. Everything else looks kind of straightforward. We're gonna bring that in when we do the white build, but let's get our GPU in now. White, we're gonna be doing a beautiful 5080 FE. Ugh. The unboxing on these is actually kind of funny, right? Because you just, there we go. This kind of is, there it is, available. It's just there, ready to go. Set that off to the side, seal this back up. Make the first hole and last hole cables. Shrink wrap you could do. Yeah, that's an option. Like you could do a shrink wrap with a heat gun. That would actually work pretty well. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we need this one right here. That's 2, right? Yeah, 2 slot. I don't know why I asked that. I've done a lot of these, but for some reason I can never quite remember. Nice quality thumb screws, man. Woo! This case has been a treat to build in. Okay. Boom, look at that. It's gonna look good. Just a clean card, right? Boom. Oh, that didn't do what I thought it would do. Yeah, head over to youtube.com. Remember guys, we have the giveaway. All we gotta do, we got enough people to hit the like limit. I'm doing this wrong, or what's going on here? There we go. Okay. Okay, so there's that. Now let's lock in this GPU sag bracket. Okay, so move it up. I feel like the right thing to do is like, okay, there we go. Let's see how we look here. I just don't want it to hit the fans. It's hitting the fan here. So we can move this. It's got, I'm trying to think of the best way to put this in here. I'll mark this again. So maybe right there would work. There we go. And you just tighten this in. There we go. And now it's sponsored and that spins. Okay, cool. So here we go. Now it's supported and it's not hitting anything, and there you go. Okay, cool. So we got it all hooked up. Looks nice and straight, right? Well, this isn't quite straight, but that's easy to fix. There we go. Okay, now it's straight. Looks good. Perfect. It's holding it up nice. Okay, let's put our GPU in. Very close to this, I'm sorry, PSU in. Very close to this build being done. Still need those. Okay, let's leave this up. There we go. What were they thinking? So the bracket, so I think the reason that you have is that, again, you can always find like one position whether you move it or not, but again, not everything has, like you can find a soft spot, and there's a lot of adjustment there for that, for the bracket itself. And I found it for this one too. So it's just, you just gotta move it around. So there's actually a lot of flexibility there to get it to work. So even on the chunkier cards, you can go really low here. You have a lot of control here in terms of where you move that sag bracket. The bracket, I don't understand what you mean that bracket won't work. If I use like a super chunky card, you can go all the way down here. So this could do all the way to 5 slot. Yeah. So the bracket would work with pretty much any card. And the other thing too is because of the space, what it's meant to hit is at the very end. So if you go to here, if you think about this on like a Zotac card, and you think about the fact the fans kind of come along the edge, it's like rounded here, the 2 top points would hit on the edge of it. So it actually has a lot of space. It actually has the right place, a lot of flexibility to be able to move it so it doesn't interfere with the fan, which is what is nice about it, which is what I did here is, and then even for the smaller cards, you can basically do it on an angle, so you only need one of those things to hold it up. So it would work really, really well. So I think you are not giving it the credit it really is. It's actually a pretty elegant solution. Hey, here we go. Okay, so now we're gonna grab our 850 watt white PSU, which is nice. Get our fans, which these should be actually, these should be silver. Yeah, that's nice. So that'll look nice in the case. There we go. And then there we go. pop that down, which is good. Pop that in there. Pull the peel here. Nice. Okay, there we go. Okay, next up, let's grab our cables here. We need our 16-pin, our CPU, our PSU. That should be about it. So not a lot of cables for this. Okay, so there is our, that's 16-pin to not the right one. There's our CPU cable. This is our regular one, don't need that, don't need that. There's our regular 16-pin, which I think is gonna look good on this. We'll have to just figure out how to run the cable there, which I think will be nice. There's the CPU. Then we need this and a SATA, that's it. Pretty thin need for PSU cables, which is good. There's that, and then one SATA cable. And that is everything, guys.
It almost feels like the GPU needs a black cable.
No, I think the white would actually look. I think the white will actually look nice.
Okay.
But we'll see. I mean, like you are allowed to disagree, and you do, right? Like again, not in a bad way. I just think that the white it'll help tie it in, but we'll see when we get it on. Okay. So there's all of our stuff. I'm glad, Rush. Thanks for joining me and being on the show and watching the stream. Okay, so let's get that in. Next up, boom. Let's pop this in here. There we go. There we go. And then we got SATA. And then we have our CPU, which goes right here. And then we have our 16-pin, which goes right here. And now that I think about it, I think something that will also help with this cable is these. These should be white. Thank you very much for liking it. Should have enough people here, guys, just with Twitch alone. There's over 300 people watching right now, so. Okay, so we got some white, which I think will help with the cables in the front, so. Okay, cool. Now, what we're gonna do, take this, pop it into the bottom here, which there's lots of room. So much room for activities here. Pops just down just like that. Nice. Get all of these started. There you go. Just get it started, guys. We don't want to tighten them yet. We want to start them so they have movement so you can easily get the other ones in. There we go. Okay, and then we'll just tighten. Now, once they're all in, we'll just tighten them down. There we go. One more. Well, actually, that wasn't true. There was more than one more. There was two more. Okay, so that's in. So now what we're going to do is we're going to start routing our cables. First one is our CPU cable. This one is going to go up here. We'll do second tier here for this one. Just like that. Pull it straight and then clip it so it clips and stays very straight. I think looks nice. And then what we're going to do here in the back is we're going to go ahead and get that routed. There you go. Just getting it started routing. Okay, so we want to make sure these match. We'll pop this over. Probably do that for all of them when we get to the end. There you go. And then we'll probably route these, continuing the routing. Hide some of these other cables, which will be nice. There you go. There we go. And the last one. There we go. Well, that's good. Very intense music for my cable routing. Okay, so there we go. Nice routed cable there. It's perfect. Okay, next one we're going to do is our cable here. Route it through here. There we go. Let's pop this around so you guys can see. This one has a cable comb on it, which is nice. So we'll pop that in just like this. There we go. Give it a little bit of angle here. We just want it to be straight, right? Like that's the key part here. Okay, so now bring this down. So hold that in. This side, we'll do the exact same thing we just did with the other one. Slowly route this into the it'll also help hide those other cables, which will be good. Just keeping this, we want to keep this, oops, totally messed that up. Okay. This one is going to go here. I think we want this to go on the inside here. Go. I just want to make sure this stays up. The cable is just as I play with it here to get this to be even, which I love how this keeps it nice and straight, which is good. Pull it down. Don't want to pull this down, just the cable as much as we can. So there's going to be a little bit of a bump, but that's okay. Okay, so that takes care of that. So there we go. We got those that routed. Now what we got to do is route our GPU cable, which I feel like it just is going to go through here. So pop it through here. And given it's angled, right? It's going to come up and in like that. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this top, the GPU bracket, to help keep it low. So I do this, push it down. And then like, get in your hole. This is not supposed to be this hard. Get in your hole, dude. Oh, I'm backwards, sorry. That would be why you're not getting in your hole, because I'm putting it in backwards. There you go. Okay, and then we really kind of make this tight. And then we'll probably just want to do one zip tie just to keep that tight there, but we'll see here in a sec. Okay, so going back to the back again. Okay. I did this the wrong way. Put that one on top. Okay, and then the last cable we have is just this one. This is to give the fan hub power. Well, it looks pretty dang clean. Oh, that's for this. But yeah, all in all, that looks pretty dang clean, guys, don't you think? Ooh. Just gonna zip tie one little bit there. I think that looks pretty dang clean. Yeah, the Velcro made it really easy in terms of making it look, just having it look really nice, right? And it looks like the bundles look good. And it ended up coming out pretty clean. And then if you look at the front of the case, right? I think the front actually also came out looking really nice as well. So, and there's the build. You know, from the front, it'll have the GTX is kind of hugged by the wire, right? But it looks clean, and yeah, I think that looks nice. There we go. So you still think a black wire would have been better, Brian? If you could say yes.
If this is my build and I'm wanting it to feel complete, I would throw a black wire on. Yeah.
Do you think? I mean, like the thing is, all the other cables are black, so maybe if they all would have been black, it would have been better. I don't know. What do you guys think? Somebody said I would gladly stick it on their desk. Well, that's good. I would take it for free. So, in all, it does look really clean. Braxel, you just give it some time. You just won, so you'll get an email from. It'll be from. We can tell them thank you, but I don't know if they'll probably just mail it to you. So I can tell them thank you for sure. Looks really good. Yeah, I like that. Okay, put the parts back on. Get it complete. Get it back together. There we go. And lastly, just for now, we'll put the top on and then we'll do the other part later. And there it is, guys. The build is done. With the front on, it actually looks a lot cleaner. Okay, so yes, there are, I will say, one thing I will say about fans is that there is actually studies that say to do 2 intake top fans and then a single exhaust rear fan. So you do the front 2 are intake and the top one is exhaust here. That seems to be the best thermally to help improve temperatures for if you want to have the best temperatures for mounting top fans for your air cooler. The one thing that I will say is it's not as necessary in a case like this because you have 200 millimeter fans that are blowing air. And you can see here that this one is almost directly blowing air into this. And between this and the scoop, there's gonna be plenty of airflow for this air cooler. Now, the one thing I would say is that obviously if it's gonna get additional airflow from the top, right, those top fans are gonna cool the fins a bit more, so it is going to do additional cooling. So if you wanted to, like I said, doing 2 and then a single in the back seems to be the research for the best in terms of improving the air cooler. But it's not necessary. Only if you were seeing issues with cooling your CPU would I suggest adding them, just because it's more cables and stuff to manage. Yeah. You need a white Asus GPU. I mean, I have a white Zotac one. I mean, if you wanted to go white, I actually kind of like the contrast of the FE, but yeah, you could totally do, like if you had a white Asus Astral would look good in this. The other one that would actually look really good in this is the Aero 5080, would also look really nice. Yeah, I just wanted something, again, there is some black in the case, so having something that just kind of goes with it, I think would look nice. So, is an all-Tron red PC next. We did kind of a Tronish one with a Montech, which was pretty neat. And there we go, guys. We unlocked that goal. Okay, so let's get this turned on, but let's do zip ties first, so she can close this out, and then we can see will it post. How many zip ties do we use, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5. 9. 9 zip ties. By the way, I was asking my German friend about the square root of 81, and he said the answer was no. I was like, what? The answer's not no. It was weird. I don't know if you get it, if somebody will get it. I get it! Ha!
I get it.
I get it. 9. Gray GPUs is not EE. What does that mean? Not EE. Not EE. He doesn't like the way it looks. Well, the good thing is this isn't your build, so there you go. I was gonna give it to you, but since you didn't like it in Mechatronics, I decided I'm not gonna do it because it doesn't have the right GPU, so. Oh, it doesn't fit. Okay, well that's cool, so I won't give it to you then. It's all good. I mean, I was like, he probably would have liked this, but never mind. If it's not your type, that's fine. I mean, you had a chance at a free 5080 GPU, free 5080 build, but yeah. Okay, will it post prediction is up. I think I do have to agree with Mechatronics. I think if I would have done white, I think white would have probably looked better. I still like the FE, but yeah, I think white would have. Given it's all white the way it is, I think if I would have done a white GPU, it probably would have looked better. I just don't have any more white ones.
I don't know. I like the darker GPU because it ties in with the front.
Yeah, it ties in. That's the thing is it does. It's not bad. I'm just saying that it's not. I don't know. it's hard, right? Like there's lots of personal, you know, options when you kind of do stuff like this. So, okay, let's get this turned on now. I do love the case. The case is awesome, though. Yeah, the Aorus Master Ice. You mean, oh, the GPU? Yeah. I don't need them, George. You'll see when we do temps. This will not have. This doesn't need them. If you wanted to add them, I talked a little bit about that. You could do 2 in the front and 1 in the back, but you do not need top fans for this build. I'll just spray paint the FE white. Dude, a white, I have seen people do white FE painted, and they actually look really, really nice. So, oh, it's the song, right in time for the turn it on.
I think a power color GPU, the Hellcat or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, the 96. Yeah, that would look good, like a 9070 XT. Yeah, they don't make any. They don't make any NVIDIA. So. Okay, there's not going to be a lot of color in this, guys. Actually, I don't think there's any. I think there's a little bit of RGB, so we might just do white.
You said there's a screen on the air?
Yeah, so we're going to find out. Well, we're going to turn it on and find out, huh? Here we go. There's supposed to be. Here we go, guys. Oh, I see power. There it goes. Oh, wow, there's a screen. It's doing stuff. And then we got a little bit of, so maybe if we did like a little ice blue or something to like do the highlights, there's not a lot of light in this, huh? That's it, that's all there is. That's all the lights that you get. That's kind of the whole thing. It is posted, by the way, guys. Pop in. Nope. We could do orange, yeah. Orange would look, I mean, yeah, you could do the orange and the white. Turn on XMP here. There you go. Oh, we can also do F7, turn on Core 200S boost. There we go. There we go, so there it is. 200S boost is on. And we've got everything on for that. So there we go. Okay, here we go. Waiting for it to boot. I like how people love this song. I mean, I also have to install the software for the Thermalright too. So we'll have to see how that goes. Yeah, we'll while we're waiting for it to post, let's go ahead and we'll do the giveaway. Blondie, if you want to run it, yeah, you can run it, Blondie. You can start the giveaway. Okay, it is posting now. I live for the song and the build. This song is fire. Okay, there we go. We are posted and in. Okay, let's do Armory Crate. Get this going. We have to wait for the seat. We're gonna have to wait for the GPU to kind of sync up too. Update now. So we got the as off. Oh, we go. Exclamation point. HAVN up for the grabs. Display settings. Duplicate. Keep. And we'll do 2560 by 1440. Perfect. Let's go to Steam. We're going to install this right now. Wait, I have this game. Where is my, oh, I'm not in the right, oh, I gotta log out, hold on. That would be why. I was like, what do you mean? I have that game. That's because I'm in the wrong. You can go on, it's fine. Okay. There we go. I got to apparently plug in my mouse. It's dying, so it needs to get charged. Yeah, apparently it's at that point. There we go. Okay, so here we go. Click on this. Okay, let's go to library. Steam settings. We'll go to library, ready to play, should not be streamable. And then I think we have, okay, so these are updating, okay? And then we have Outer Worlds. We'll let that start updating while we do everything else. Install, boom. Okay, so now while that's doing that, let's go to make sure these are all updated and make sure our lighting is ready, and we can do that, and then let Brian go, and then show our airflow and all that stuff. So that looks good. Okay, so that's good. Armory crate. Not forever, guys, just for a little bit. Okay, so that's the settings. Where's the NVIDIA app? No, it doesn't have the NVIDIA app. Okay, so let's go to settings, update center. Update all. Oh, okay, never mind. Let's do, okay, so let's go to RSync. And we'll go to, people wanted to do steady. You wanted to do orange. Let's see how orange looks. It doesn't look very orange.
Looks yellow. Keep going. Yeah, that's pretty good.
There we go. There's some orange right there. Orange, you glad I chose that color? Okay, so there you go. Now you can, so now the build's fully lit up. There you go. You can show it off while I finish the downloads. Oh, I need to do the thermal. Hold on, let me grab the software. Thermalright, Phantom, Spirit, right, the Peerless Assassin digital. Digital 120 digital. There it is. Just got to get the software for this bad boy. Because right now it's going, I don't know what to do with this. English.
For the cooler.
Yeah, I got to get the download. Hopefully this does it. Okay, there it is. Download English version. Okay, downloading the stuff so we can get the screen to do its thing. Luckily it worked. It looks, the one thing that's actually kind of nice, which surprised me, is that all of the setups they're the same, which is actually pretty neat. So it's like it works for all their products, which is kind of cool. I was actually like, so their Vision, their Wonder Vision, all that stuff, they all use their Frozen Warframe, they all use the same software, which is actually kind of a cool thing. Okay, that's good. This is downloading. We'll let it finish all that stuff. I'm going to finish your install, like what happened here. There it goes. Next, install. Okay, that's in the right place. Just let this finish, and then we'll actually see our screen. Congratulations! Ryan Lohem, the airflow on this is awesome. We're about to do thermals in just a second. So we'll run our cooler thing here in a sec, but yeah, I expect it's going to run very, very well. Okay, so it's going to run this runtime. Okay, here we go. So now we should be able to run this. It should work.
There we go.
Hey, look at that. Well, that looks like a good sign. Wow, look at that. That's kind of cool. I wonder if we can change the color or anything. Okay, so, oh, you can. You can do monochrome and then do orange. How's that? Matches? No?
Yeah. Maybe a little darker.
A little darker red?
Towards the red, yeah. Yep.
There we go. Spooky. And we got CPU, GPU temps, all that stuff that's all on here. So there we go, guys. That's pretty cool. Why are this purple? We could do, oh, you mean like, yeah, doing like a Halloween one? I think the orange, you want to do orange and purple? I can try it. Here you go. Let's do purple.
That's kind of cool.
That is kind of cool. Yeah, I like it. The purple wins. Brian said that's kind of cool. There we go. Okay, so let's let Brian show you guys some B-roll of the build as it's finished now, and then we'll pop airflow in and get it going. That is moving all over the place. Oh, that's just.
I was tripped up. Oh my gosh. Struggle bus today.
That looks good. I like the screen. There it is, guys. There is the build with the orange just to light it up, all that sort of stuff.
Can you rotate it to where the front's more towards me?
Yeah. It's going to have plenty of airflow when we're all said and done, guys. That is the truth. Yeah, I'm excited about when we test air here in a minute. Oh, that's good. It's caught back up. We haven't done, no, we're going to do the smoke test here in just a second.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it. Here we go. Okay, so let's pop the screen, let's pop the cover on. I'm going to run the AI cooling thing on it, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Let's let Armory Crate do its thing real quick. There it is, guys. That looks so good. I mean, right now, right now on idle, it's idling at 42, 44. So, which is just like, so it's no, oh, it shows, you can see it there, 40, 42, 34. So, okay, so let's go to Fan Expert. Okay, turn on AI cooling. Okay, and now it's going to run the fans. There they go. And even when it's running max, right? Oh yeah, that's blowing some air, guys. Yeah, that's blowing some air. It's pretty crazy. Like that's, yeah, it's getting a lot of air through this. Curious what the temps are going to be like when we run this under load. You cannot change the RGB color on the 5080, no. Oh, thank you, Rush 101 1001 for the $20 super chat, man. That's huge. Thank you very much, dude. Okay, so that's it. That's what it said. So I'm just gonna look at our fans here. Okay, well here we go, guys. Let's give it a go. Load up Cinebench. Cinebench real quick. Okay, here we go. Accept that. Going to File, Advanced, 10 minutes. Bring up our temps here. It is running also Steam, but we want to make sure it gets the game, so we're letting that. It's going in there, so it'll be a little bit more loaded than normal. But here we go. Let's hit Start and see what happens. Here we go. $74, $76. It's not even spinning up. It's like staying at 80 and it's not even spinning up. It's like yeah, dude, it's like barely it's just like sitting there, like it's just keeping it at 80. Okay, it's getting a little bit warmer. But it's just like it's not even going, it's not even getting crazy. I wonder if I like blasted it, right? Like if we'd see it go down. Yeah, now it's getting up to 88, 86. So it doesn't seem like the airflow is, the fans aren't spinning. I mean, not that it's having a problem, right? We still have like a lot of room left. It's keeping it at the low 80s, right? Like there it goes, it got to 90. But it's not spin. The fans are not spinning. Yeah, these are not. It's not spinning. It like the fans are not even going crazy. It's just kind of doing its thing. It is on CPU fan. But it's just keeping. It's like it's not being too crazy. Let me try this. I mean, it's still fine, but I want to do something here. Try something here. Because the fans are like not even really being crazy. And then we'll do our airflow test. Okay, let's do full speed. Okay, so I've turned them up to full speed. I'm just turning everything to full speed just to see what it does. Okay, so all the fans are at full speed now. Okay, let's try this again. Starting. Okay, there it is, 74. 74. 72. 74. 74. It's seven. Okay, it's got to 76, 74. So yeah, much cooler. Yeah, much cooler temperatures there. It's the Peerless Assassin 120, yeah. And then it drops to 56. So there you go. Now at full speed, this thing is not having any issues whatsoever. 74. 76. 74. And it's not even loud at max. 74. Look at that. Yeah, no problem whatsoever. It's just keeping it beautiful. Okay, so let's take a look at our airflow here. So it's not having any problems whatsoever. It's keeping it 74, 76 under load. Okay, here we go. Ready? I'm wondering how close it has to get to. Look, I mean, dude, look at that. It's just like, I mean, like, you don't even have to, like, that's how close the fan is getting to suck air in. It's just blowing it right through there. Top fan is going right to the air cooler. And the GPU is coming up through that thing, and then you can see it splitting between underneath the GPU and the CPU, right? So it's just like having no problem in terms of keeping the air. I mean, dude, it pulls it. It pulls it fast, right? It's moving air fast through that case. So yeah, it pulls in lots of air. And dude, it's like, I'm up against it. That's how loud it is. It is not loud at all. And this is running full. And let's go back to temps. Look, it's now been running for 3 minutes and it's sitting at 74. And it's super quiet. Yeah, dude, it is like the fans are running at max. It's super quiet and it's running like the CPU is just sitting at 74. Yeah, so this is gonna have zero issues cooling whatsoever. And it's also running steam at the same time, right? So yeah, there we go. No problem. So we'll just do standard now. There we go, guys. Yeah, that is awesome. That is so awesome. So crazy just how good this case is with the cooling and everything else, man. And yeah, it's what I kind of anticipated, right? I didn't think it was going to be hard. I'm going to put these in just because the glass is in now. There it is. Sag bracket. It looks, I mean, the build's clean. We're sealing it up. What would be the ideal temp? Rush? I mean, like, honestly, anything, I mean, like, under load, this thing was at 70. I mean, like, again, this is a CU7. So to just give you an idea, that is like the AIO, which the other airflow, the other case that I would compare this against is the Air 5400 from Corsair. And that was doing a 285K at 73 under load. And that was within AIO. So, I mean, all in all, like, that is very impressive. And we don't even have all of the fans maxed out. You could, like I said, put two more intake and then an exhaust, and you might even see lower temps, but it doesn't need it. That's the thing that's so impressive about it, right? So these are the stock fans, yes, but the fans that come with it are amazing. These HAVN fans are fantastic. So, and the other thing too is that they also have, and I was showing this a little bit earlier with Brian, they have little ribs on the front of them that help with keeping the airflow quiet. So not only are they very, very powerful fans, which you should check out our short on it because it talks about the airflow and all that sort of stuff and what the CFM and stuff like that is for it. But they're also very, very quiet, which is impressive. Somebody wanted a dad joke while we wait to do the game testing here in a sec. So the next dad joke. What did one Dorito farmer say to the other? What did one Dorito farmer say to the other? Cool ranch.
Nice.
Yeah, those fans are the whole thing about this. The 180 millimeter fans, and they're 40 millimeters thick, guys. So they're very, very thick. And I keep saying 200 millimeters. They're 180 millimeters. They're very impressive fans. So, Okay, letting this go. Get that in, and then let's see here. We're letting this finish. What was I gonna do? There was something I was gonna do to this. Oh yeah, let's put on GPU tweak just to make sure so you guys can see the performance numbers. Download and download. There we go. Everybody say bye, Brian.
Bye.
Okay, there we go. Putting that in there. Put this in. Yeah, they really are, Grizzly. I mean, they're very impressive. They're very impressive fans. And actually, HAVN sent me more of the standard fans. So if I did see thermal temperatures go up or down and they weren't where I wanted them, I could have installed the additional fans. I have more of their and I can't remember the name off of my top of my head, but I have more of their fans that I could put in those locations if I needed to make something more performant. But dude, I mean, this is a crazy build, crazy good build. Is Brian wearing a mic? Yeah, he is. I think he probably turned it off though. Okay, so let's let this finish, and then let's check out some. We'll check out some Cyberpunk just to make sure it's running well, and then we'll go from there. It's downloaded a lot of updates. We got 84 gigs there. I don't know how this is only. Oh, it's 77.7. Geez. Man, a lot of updates apparently. This does support EATX, and it supports it nicely with the way that they did the grommets. Okay, just letting the download finish and the install finish, and then we'll check our temps. We're getting there. It's almost done downloading the Cyberpunk update, which is almost finished. By the time, during all this testing, guys, we will have downloaded 100 gigabytes of data, which is actually pretty crazy, while streaming. Just saying. Build a third ripper and have some server-grade fan from... I don't know, Ryan, I actually do think this would do a very good job of cooling one of those. Yeah, literally we've downloaded 100 gigs since we're here. Okay, so let's stoke GPU tweak. And then we're gonna get this going. Just hit allow, turn on OSD, go here, just make sure it works. While it's still downloading data. Okay, so let's just preview it. There we go, we're good there. We can see the temps there as well. Those ones seem more in line with what I'm seeing for the CPU temp. Well, this one's actually like, it's weird because the CPU temp's off like by a pretty substantial degree on this Thermalright thing. By like 10 degrees, it's like 10 degrees off. I don't know what CCD it's pulling it off of or what, you know, what core, but it seems like the temp is pretty low. So let's bring this in. So you can see that. Bring it a little bit closer here. There you go. Okay, cool. GPU temp seems pretty accurate. Let me see if I can, let's open this up real quick and see if I can choose a different. Yeah, it just shows the thing, but it doesn't show anything else. Okay. Okay, well, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna go to Steam settings. I'm gonna let it download while we're playing because I don't care. Allow downloads during gameplay, that's fine. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and check out. Let's load this up real quick. Okay, so we're gonna get, let's check out Cyberpunk and just check our temp, what? Okay, check our temps, our gameplay temps and stuff, since it's the one we always test it with. Not that I expect this to, like, if I wanted to run it at max, I could, but this is just gonna be when it's running, like, nice and idle and stuff like that. Like, even the fans right now aren't even spinning, it's so quiet. What I might do, I'm gonna go here to the AI cooling. Let's open up Armory Crate. Real quick, go to Fan Expert. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna attach some of this to GPU as well. Let's go chassis fan. I wanna do GPU temperature. GPU temperature. GPU temperature. GPU temperature. Okay, there we go. Okay, so as the GPU temperature goes up too, it'll also respond, which is what we want. Okay, cool. Okay, let's continue without an account and hit play. Ryan, we shouldn't, Ryan, we do, I mean, we do those all the time. Builds like that. Okay, so now it's spinning up, which it's reacting the way it should. And there we go. Allow. All right, there we go. Hey, Ubu, thank you for the sub. We're about 8 subs away from our next goal, guys. If you guys want to do, if we're looking for about 8 subs to get to the next 100, which would be great. Yeah, the audio, it's doing that thing. Hold on. Let me fix that. I think I need to switch.
Good morning, Night City. Yesterday.
There we go.
Haywood, thanks to unabated gang wars.
Should be good now.
Down, so
okay, so let's take a look at performance here. Fans definitely did spin up. CPU temp 77, GPU temp is 47, so no issue there. Man, the GPU is freaking nice and frosty. Okay, Ray Tracing Ultra. We're gonna do auto for DLSS. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna do this with the, I don't wanna do this with the controller. Okay, so we're gonna go to DLSS, we're gonna go to Balanced, Apply. So this is just as it's meant to be run. And dude, the build is silent. And here we go. And there we are, 108 FPS right now. No problem whatsoever. CPU temp 54, GPU temp is CPU temp's a little high, but again, it is air cooled and the fans are really low. What do I want? I want to go to here. Pause this for a second. There goes one up to 120. CPU temp's nice, 83, 79, and the GPU temp's at the 50s. So again, it's not really the build is not going to react unless it needs to go cooler. And if I wanted to, we could do it with just having the fans on max. Oh, it looks like it froze there for a second. But it's keeping it all under control. It's not like there's no problem right now with temps at all. And there we go. Let's do this. Let's just for poops and giggles, let's open up Armory Crate. And let's do it with Fan Expert real quick. We'll just turn on Turbo just for fun. Put it on Max. Here we go. Let's try it again. And look at that. See, there's the GPU temp. The CPU temp is dropping. There it is, 68 degrees. Okay, let's try it again. So now look at the GPU temp. The GPU temp is 39, and the CPU temp is 65. Like, this is when you're actually cooling it, like max cooling it right now. Let's see how it goes. 61 and 54. Look at that, 69, 62, you know what I mean? So it's just telling you, like, you could, if you wanted to you could probably find, like, just a nice, even thing. No, it's not. Braxel, dude, I'm like, right up against it. It is not, it's not noisy. And that's the thing that's so crazy about it. Look at that. Yeah, like the fans are just so quiet. And it's just keeping, look at the temps. The temps on this are like so low. Yeah, those H series, those HAVN fans are so nice. And there you go, guys. So that's like with max cooling, freaking 64 and 57. Like the GPU and the CPU are like, I'm bathed in air. Okay, let's take a look at how this runs. Something new. Quit. Okay, let's go ahead and hit play. Let's check out Outer Worlds 2. This is brand new. Just came out. Very excited about this game, guys. Very excited. Just about finished with the first one. So this will be one that we're going to fly. We're definitely going to be going. And this is a Unreal 5 title. So this has got all the fun things. Letting it finish the little install script stuff. The Flow Pro is nice too. This one is, I mean, if you're looking for quiet, solid airflow, I think this one's got it beat for sure. Ryan. Just letting it finish its install here. Still downloading copies of the games. Yeah, I really like this case. I do like the air cooler too. I like having the little gauge on it and all that sort of stuff. Do you build these PCs to sell? No, Pyrotice, we build the PCs, and if somebody's interested in this particular PC, you can always purchase any one of the PCs that we have, right? Or make changes to it. So you can just reach out to us, and then we just send them. Like it's only we basically build to kind of order, right? Like if we want to, right? And sometimes if like it's one that you've already seen built, a lot of times people want to have them built on stream, so we do that as well. So. So it just depends. We probably, I mean, we don't sell a ton of PCs. I mean, we do it from time to time, but I like to build PCs for people on stream. It's fun. Like people like Braxel. We've had Apex Guru. We've had a ton of people we build. We have another person we're building for. They just did a commission. So yeah. Well, let's look at that while we're waiting for this to gaming repair program thing. Let's look at HAVN. I think this is the wrong HAVN. I think I want HAVN. There it is. So here's their cases. So the HS420 is the one that I've seen, and I've done the Fantex in this. This is the one that we showed. That's the main gear one, which I think is really, really nice. And then they have the BF360, which is the one that has the place for this. You could totally do RGB fans here. And then we just got finished using the Flow. And then this is the one we're going to be doing soon. We have this on the way. So this will be cool as well. So all in all, you could put RGB fans in any one of these. Like I said, we'll be building in this case here pretty soon for this particular build. And then, like I said, you can do RGB for this. But none of their cases outside of their Flow actually come with fans. And then this one is the one that actually has like the angled bracket. This is the one that we have in the main gear, the Shroud Edition. So hopefully that helps. What is going on here? It's still, I want it to run the game. So Braxel, we don't really put them up because we don't sit on them. So again, it's like one of those things that it's just, I'd rather just, if somebody sees something they like on our site, or like they see one that we've built, they can just reach out and be like, oh, I love this build. I just want to get this one. Every once in a while, like we'll have, like for instance, we'll do something with a pre-built or something like that we'll put them up on there. Yeah, and Main Gear does have the Doom Edition as well. That's right, they do have that. So we'll put those up on the site, but we don't do it as much. I mean, the thing is that I'd rather just, if people they're like, here's our budget and here's what I want to do, I'd rather just try and maximize what they want for the price. I'm hoping this game launches. It's almost done installing all of Doom. And there we go. Okay, well now I've downloaded everything. It's running, like, what is it repairing? I'm just gonna hit cancel. Let's try this again. Or maybe we won't do this. I'm trying, guys. Might have to try this a different time, or do this on a different one. No, we had it, but then we took it apart. Okay, hey, it's running a different one now. Feels like we might get in. I don't think it's, I think it's just installing Turdog. Yeah, now it's doing that. So I think it maybe that when I downloaded or whatever it was, there was some sort of issue, but now it's you can see it's running the stuff. So we're gonna get in. It's coming. I think this would have happened regardless. I have about, I want to show it a little bit, and then I've got to, my daughter's here. It's time to record short form content. Yeah, it's doing stuff now. There it is, it's doing this, whatever this is. Always, okay, here we go. Yay, we're in. Very excited about this game. Why? What is it that you have issues with Steam over GOG? What do you like about GOG? It's compiling shaders, but it should be fast. It seems to be compiling pretty well. The CPU temp, look at those CPU and GPU temps, man. Yeah, I'm curious. I'm wondering what Ravager doesn't like about Steam. Oh. And guys, just so people know real quick, I'll show this while we're waiting for the things to update. Here is the build that we used today. It's got the Intel Core Ultra 7 265K, the Asus TUF Gaming Z890 Pro Wi-Fi. We have the NVIDIA RTX 5080 FE. We have Kingston Fury Renegade 2TB Gen 4 NVMe drive, 6400 mega transfer, 32 gig Kingston Fury Renegade RAM, the HAVN BF360 Flow in white, the Thermalright Peerless Assassin 120 digital, and then the Corsair RM850E in white. That's the parts that we're using in today's build. How much was what? PALP 14. DRM is digital rights management. So digital rights management is it does things like allowing you to not copy games, all sorts of things, making sure, yeah. And guys, that is correct. We will be live. We'll be giving away a PC on Friday, so make sure you tune in Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Oh, this build was 2,300 pop before tax and everything. Oh yeah, we've compiled. That did take a while. Yeah, sorry, noon PT. Yes, noon Pacific time. Okay, motion blur off. Continue. Okay, here we go.
Welcome to the Outer Worlds 2. Any similarities to real-world dystopian corporate-branded hellscapes are purely coincidental. I'm the Moon Man.
Hold on, sorry. Oh no. Oh, I did something dumb. Shouldn't have done that. Back. Okay, I gotta reload. I should not have tried to load that. Whoop. Yeah, Friday's the B580. Okay, this should be quick.
Welcome to the Outer Worlds 2. Any similarities to real-world dystopian corporate-branded hellscapes are purely coincidental. I'm the Moon Man. You might know me from such business entities as Spacer's Choice or its parent company, Universal Defense Logistics. Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal. But I won't bore you with how I became the galaxy's most beloved and recognizable spokesmoon. You're here to choose options from a menu.
Whoa.
Well, have I got menu options for you?
Let me adjust my settings. Okay, so we'll do full screen, frame rate unlimited, vertical sync off. We're gonna do NVIDIA DLSS. We'll go to balanced. We'll turn frame generation off. Motion blur we'll have off. Everything is very high. Reflection's very high. Apply. Okay, there we go.
What do you want now?
Here we go. So we're doing
Commander, we've been hit by one of those space anomalies.
Buddy?
And the piloting system is down.
Buddy?
The astrogator's gears are shot.
whoa.
Get a hold of yourself. You're an Earth Directorate agent.
Affirmative, Commander. What are the orders?
Brace for impact.
Unable to brace for impact.
Oh, snap.
Is it the end for Commander Zane and Buddy? Tune in next week to find out.
From one side of the galaxy to the next, the Earth Directorate is on your side. Whether against corrupt corporations, tyrannical governments, or corrupt corporations in league with tyrannical governments. The Earth Directorate is here to fight for the rights of all colonists.
Wow.
So remember, if you or your neighbor's government has turned tyrannical or sold themselves out to greedy corporate interests, just commandeer a skip drone and send the Earth Directorate an SOS, and we will respond immediately.
Please allow 6 months to 10 years, depending on your proximity to the nearest military base and any unforeseen encounter.
That was pretty funny. 6 months to 10 years. Okay, let's just go with standard for now, just so we can go here. Let's go. Whoa. I'm gonna be a. What's a roustabout? I'm gonna be a law. Let's be a professor. Renegade? Nah. Traits. I'm innovative. Am I resilient? I'm suave. There we go. Dude, for sure. Engineering, guns, hack. There we go. Science. There we go. Okay. Oh, I only get one. I only get two. Next. I'm going to be, my name is going to be Commander. That sounds great. My name is Commander. Next. Let's do normal. Okay, there we go. I'm brilliant.
Commander, as always, I'm calling on you for a mission requiring both your unique intellectual prowess and aggressive instincts for item acquisition. Your destination is the source of all skip drive manufacturing, the Arcadian system. However, for reasons that must remain classified for the moment, this colony is outside our jurisdiction.
I just did it fast, RT Final Boss. I'll take my time on the next one.
Responsible for the dangerous rift anomalies, the tears in the fabric of space itself. Without skip drives, interstellar travel is impossible. No conferences at which to tear apart your peers' half-baked theories. No jaunts to other systems to find rare historical items. No propagation of knowledge of any kind. In short, stagnation and death for the colonies. Your mission is to rendezvous with DeVries, our forward agent, and assist her in retrieving the information needed to determine exactly how the skip drives caused the rift anomalies. But be advised, if you or any member of your team are captured, you will be on your own. There will be no rescue. We cannot afford for this to turn into an intergalactic incident. Agent DeVries will be contacting you shortly to coordinate your plan of action.
As always, I look forward to your academically grounded yet thoroughly imaginative musings in your summary report. Well, I'll be with you and your team, Commander.
Okay. Okay. Ooh, it looks good. Ooh. Wow. It does look, I mean, they've improved how it looks a lot. Wow, it looks so much better.
Bring you your new model tactical time dilation device. They say these newfangled ones cause no, that ain't right. 10.25% less brain damage than the old ones. Yeah, impressive, huh? Way it seems to make everything move slower still feels a little weird to me, but they tell me I'll get used to it. They say the way it works is like, well, you know how parts of your brain can become damaged if you're in suspended animation too long?
So it's the same thing that you had in the last game.
Oh no, they don't simulate it. It's the real McCoy. The lab coats swear it's perfectly safe. Science
Man, this game looks so good.
Listen to me, rambling on. So, well, anyway, here you go. Look, Commander, truth be told, I asked to deliver it to you. I was just hoping to get a moment to ask you for a pointer or two, you know, on how to be a great agent like yourself. Because, well, you're a legend. And the other agents, well, let's just say they disagree on just how I should go about it.
Okay, guys. Well, I gotta end there. I just want to see it a little bit, so we're gonna go from there. So what is happening? What is happening this week? So we have one more stream on Friday. That's going to be Intel Live Mod Workshop. We're going to be doing the $950 B580 build and giveaway. So that's going to be happening. Plus, we're going to be playing some. Oh my gosh! As bad as I want to say it, we're going to be playing some Dead by Daylight, where Alex is going to be haunting me. I am also going to be dressing up for Halloween, so that should be a lot of fun. That's going to be at noon Pacific time here at twitch.tv/Robeytech or twitch.tv/Intel. And then we'll be back next week for 3 build streams, 1 game stream, and keyboard stream that's going to be happening as well. And we might be on Corsair twice next week. We'll have to see how that goes. Anyway, thank you so much to HAVN for joining, for allowing us to build inside of their BF360. I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Have an absolutely amazing rest of your evening, and we will see you guys on Friday. Bye, guys.